Hello everyone. It's James again. And I've been away for a few days, as I had something I had to take care of. One of those things was making sure I took care of myself. And please make sure you are doing the same. You are very important. I want you to know that. Because those that grew up in what we call narcissistic abuse, or those that suffered at the hands of narcissistic abuse in one way or another for a long period of time, we have been programmed with this feeling of guilt for putting ourselves first and doing good things for ourselves and taking care of ourselves. Why? Because the narcissists in our lives made everything about them, and brainwashed us into thinking that we were somehow falling short of what we were supposed to do, either in our family dynamic or these toxic relationships we were once involved in. And make no mistake about this, narcissists do this to their victims on purpose. Because it's a way of brainwashing their victims to no longer see themselves as people and as of having any value. Everyone has value, but you do not. At least this is what their goal of brainwashing is for you. So please take the time and take good care of yourself. Make good food for yourself to eat. Go for walks. Go to the gym and get your blood circulating with some wonderful exercises. Partake in your favorite hobby. Laugh a little. And sleep well. Now on to the topic at hand. 5 reasons to not debate with a narcissist. Now please know there are likely 1,000 reasons why not to debate with a narcissist. But we are going to talk about 5 real important reasons today. And they aren't in any particular order of importance, as they are all important. And I hope they make you think. Especially if you are watching this video near the holidays, and you are going to a gathering where there is someone or someones that either you suspect are narcissists, or those that you are 99% sure they are. All of this will be very important for you to know. And you can apply this to your everyday life as well. The first reason we are going to talk about is, narcissists will try to rope you or bait you into a debate with them about something, simply because they want as much information about you and your life as they can gather. Here's the thing. Narcissists are data hounds. Their goal when talking to really almost anyone is to in one way or another get the person they are talking to confess or tell the narcissist everything and more that is going on in their lives. You see, though I know in my little cartoon heart there is a spiritual and demonic element to narcissists and narcissistic abuse, and it seems like they have the ability to know things that they shouldn't have any knowledge of. But on top of the supernatural ways they seem to have, they also love to gather information. Information they can use in a variety of different ways. One way is they might use it to make light of or turn something into a joke that is extremely important to you. Hey, I love to laugh and enjoy myself. But not everything is a joke. And narcissists can tell when something is important for you and that it's something that you take very seriously. Well, if you open up your heart to such a person and tell them something personal, they might have an initial good reaction. They might appear to be empathetic and supportive. Then 6 months later, they will randomly bring up what you told them either in private between the two of you, or in front of others. And they will turn it into a joke. Look. These people know right from wrong. And they know when something is important that it shouldn't be randomly brought up in front of others. And even if it's not brought up in front of others, and it's brought up at a later time between the two of you, if it's brought up in a way that is a joke, it's their way of undermining you and your pain and struggles, or to make you look or feel stupid. You see, it's a good feeling when we are understood. And when we first tell someone like this something personal, and they seem to understand, it feels like we are accepted. But 3 or 4 or 6 months later, they are now making a mockery or a joke of that very thing they seem to show us understanding for. It's like having the rug ripped out from under us. And in this information gathering process, the narcissist is already crafting where they can possibly use this information in the future to do just that. Rip the rug out from under us, And part of that process is being understanding and kind about things when we are first telling them such a thing. Then later on, when we least expect it, they rip the rug out from under us, bringing up such an important thing to us and turning it into a joke or mockery. Now you may say, I will never tell such a person anything personal. The problem is it's not so easy. You see, this is why the narcissist wants to bait you into a debate. Because in such a debate, they know you will try to prove your position or points to them. Even though they know you are right about what you are saying, they will say something that is opposing, hoping that you will debate with them. Why? Because if you are trying to prove your points or positions, you will likely resort to sharing personal stories or experiences as to why you feel the way that you feel. So they intentionally go into a discussion with you in bad faith. They are just saying an opposing position, not because they believe in what they are saying. But they do this all so they can trigger you into a back and forth with them. And in that back and forth, they are hoping to gain more information and intel about you and your life. Let me ask you, do you have someone in your life where without fail, this is what they do? They have never not taken what you've told them and turned it into a joke later on. If someone is doing this over and over and over again, even if you have been getting along for a year or 2 years or 3 years, trust me, they are waiting. They are just waiting for you to feel either comfortable enough, or for the right time to debate you about something. So you will share something else personal about yourself. Also they can make you feel bad about it. 6 months or a year later. Please know, this time will be no different. You know, if you want to hang out with someone like this, though I wouldn't recommend it, please know who and what they are, and take it for what it is. You know that at least a dozen times, over the years, they've taken personal things you've told them, and they turned them into a joke. Why would this time be any different? But here's the thing. When you are debating someone, you aren't thinking about all of that. And they know this fact too. They know you are just in prove mode. And that's all that matters. And if you aren't thinking and you feel the need to defend your point, they know it's a matter of time before you start to leak out some personal information to them, by the way of personal stories to prove your point. So when they say something triggering, or some crazy weird opposing view about something, just know, they are doing it for a reason. Many reasons actually. But one of those reasons is they need to load up on data about you and your life. And one of the tactics they know that works is to get into a debate about something with you, even if it's about something not important, because they have learned over the years, such conversations tends to allow them to gain data and information. The second reason is they want you to give them narcissistic supply. You see, narcissists and other toxic individuals like them are empty vessels. They are basically numb emotionally, except for when they can cause some sort of harm, usually emotional harm to others. We are very different from the narcissist. When we have a wonderful conversation with someone that is caring and kind, and they aren't playing games with us and we aren't playing games with them, we get a warm happy feeling by having such interactions. If we do something kind for someone, such as hold the door open for an elderly person and exchange a smile and a nice hello with them, that is something that makes us feel good inside. Not just emotionally but physically. We seem to have a bit more pep in our step and we seem to stand taller. Narcissists don't react to such things the way that we do. However, what puts pep in their step is getting one over on someone, on embarrassing someone, and seeing the look of disappointment in someone's eyes. To see someone get frustrated and upset. So no matter if it's information they are gathering today to use on you later on, or they are just wanting to go back and forth about something they clearly know they are wrong about, but they want to go back and forth with you anyways. Because by simply duping you into a debate like this makes them feel smarter than you because you took their bait. It gives them a tingle at the top of their head and makes them feel powerful. So if they are low on supply, they will do what they can to trick you into a meaningless back and forth, all to get narcissistic supply from you. The third reason is they want to make you look bad. And this can mean many different things. They can try to make you look bad in the discussion, because they want others to see you upset, without knowing the context as to why you are upset. Also, you can now take on the persona of the toxic one. Or if this is just a private one-on-one meeting or hangout, they might take the information you shared with them or viewpoints you shared with them during this debate, all to tell others that you are crazy, that you believe in X, Y, and Z. Or they will use sarcasm to belittle every point you make to get you to feel bad about yourself and your viewpoints, though your viewpoints may be obviously correct. The fourth reason is they quite simply want to waste your time and energy. They know you could be doing other things than going back and forth with them. But most importantly, if you've told them you are working on some really important things in your life, they might derail you by making you feel bad and taking away your energy. And the debate probably has nothing to do with what you are working on. But they know if they can make you feel bad about something else, you might feel so mind-scrambled you don't have the energy to make the progress of the wonderful things you are working on. You see, healthy family and friends should be a source of encouragement, not a source of your energy being drained. We've talked about before. The reason why a healthy family is so important is they know the outside world is cruel and mean. So they create a safe place for their children to grow up being encouraged they can achieve their many goals. And so they can achieve their goals in a home where there is love. Well, when narcissists know that you don't have such a home, and heck, it might even be your own family that are the narcissists, when they get the understanding you are onto a breakthrough to positive things in your life, they will do whatever it is they can to take down your mood, criticize you about things that make no sense, or to debate with you about things they know they are wrong about. Also, they can not only waste your time, but so they can make you tired and waste your energy as well. And the fifth, and in no way is it the last reason, as we know there are more, but for this video we are only talking about 5. And that fifth reason is, quite simply, they are just bored. To them, baiting someone into a nonsense debate is like bouncing a rubber ball against the wall to fight their boredom. Narcissists get bored quite easily, even if they don't always overtly show it. And if you show up in their life, they see you as a way to fix their boredom. You are merely a tool in that regards. Or if they show up in your life, they are just bored more than likely, and they want to see what new information they can get out of you today, so they can use it later on to make fun of you to your face or to others behind your back. So what do you do when all of this happens? How should you avoid this altogether? Well, my first recommendation is to not spend time with such people. But if you do, because I know everyone's dynamic is a little bit different, the best thing you can do is to not take what they are saying seriously. And if they are the sarcastic type, even better, because you can use sarcasm right back at them, but in a way where you aren't trying to prove your point. Do not try to go fact for fact with these people. Just like the Bible teaches us to not cast our pearls amongst swine. There was even times where Jesus Christ was approached by completely evil people mocking him and trying to ask him questions. Jesus knew the difference between those that were lost and that needed to be found through him, and those that were completely and utterly evil. He knew debating these such evil people was pointless because they didn't want to really learn anything. They were asking him questions as a game for them, so they could somehow try to make him look foolish and laugh at him, and to fill their own boredom. So Jesus just remained silent. Well, you might not feel comfortable just remaining silent, although that might be the best approach in some cases. But in most of these cases where it's a so-called friend or family member that tries the stunt with you, Learn the art of diverting conversations to things other than what they are talking about. You can completely ignore what they just said to you, much like the narcissist does to you sometimes, and say something or bring up a topic that has nothing, literally nothing to do with what they just brought up to you. Also, you can stay out of the bait or trap of debating with this person about nonsense. The key is if you are able to correctly and accurately divert conversations with them. They will be the one that will be left feeling drained. They will be the one that is left feeling tired. Because they seem to be trying all day to trigger you or get to you in some way or another. And it didn't work. Sometimes you can even act like you didn't hear them. Just switch the subject onto something else. However, if you are stuck in such a conversation, let them do the talking. You can say, "That's interesting. What are your thoughts on the subject?" Then let them blab on about their thoughts. Tell them what they said was interesting and then switch the subject. You do not owe such a person your opinion, because we know it won't be taken seriously anyways. So just like Jesus Christ, know your audience. When you know you are around someone that doesn't take anything seriously and they take pleasure in turning your words around, either in the moment or later on, act like you don't know what they are talking about. Ask their opinion. Let them blab on and on. Then tell them that was interesting. Then change the subject. And over time they will no longer see you as a juicy piece of meat of narcissistic supply. When they are bored they will no longer think of you, because they are no longer getting narcissistic supply from you and you are no longer curing their boredom. And they are now the one left sad, dejected and tired. Now will this person leave for good out of your life? Probably not. But they will no longer see you as their first choice to call when they are needing a narcissistic supply fix. And again, this is something that you can use and think about in your everyday lives. But this might serve you well over the holidays. You know, if you can just stay home and make yourself some good food and have peace and quiet, great. But if you do choose to go to these gatherings, because maybe there is someone there that you do love and care about that will be there, but there will also be narcissists lurking around. Be mindful of what you say and do, even with the person that you know and love, because they might be able to be manipulated by the narcissist to get information out of you. So simply put, don't take any of it seriously, but at the same time take it seriously. Take your mental and emotional health very seriously by not letting these people drain you. But do not take these jokers seriously at all, because they are just playing games trying to bait you. Don't take the bait. And do not debate with a narcissist. I hope you found this video helpful. I do thank you so much for your support. You all mean so much to me. More videos to come. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.